hydrogen energies are stored. Can you see by this image? You have a windmill and below that you have hydrogen. Where the hydrogen are derived is through chemical process they derive hydrogen, and there are three processes where they derive hydrogen. Is from water they derive the hydrogen, that is called electrolysis process, and from biomass, organic waste, organic products are called biomass. Biological products are called biomass. Now from biomass also you can derive the hydrogen. Where you will be getting or deriving hydrogen is through these means. From water, from natural gas. Natural gas consists of methane. Gases are different types and methane gas are used for producing heat. Natural gas are being derived from coal. Petrol they derive, isn't it? They derive petrol, diesel, gas they derive from coal. So those are called natural gas. So they are derivatives from the crude oil. Now next thing is from biomass. I have told you they are biological waste, organic waste, which are called biomass. From these process you can derive hydrogen. If you have diesel, you can run vehicle, you can generate electricity. Using diesel generators, you can provide electricity. The same way, hydrogen is also a fuel. By this you can generate electricity. By this you can run a vehicle. And considering the key technology. Now, sir, already we have diesel, we have petrol, we are generating electricity. Now, why we are going for hydrogen in the sense? This is called renewable energy. What is renewable energy is? It will not deplete. Imagine diesel and petrol, we depend on coal. Hydrogen is not available readily. Around you, earth consists of how much percentage of atmospheric component? Nitrogen, oxygen. These are the two things majorly earth consists of. Now, if you go into space, what does space consist of? One is hydrogen, another one is helium. These are two gases. 99% these two is there. Only 1% is rest of the oxygen or matter, etc., etc., etc. Universe completely consists of hydrogen and helium. That is why I am discussing on hydrogen is this is abundantly available. Sun is burnt by using hydrogen energy. It converts hydrogen into helium. That is the process happening. Daily we are getting sunlight and heat due to that process. So hydrogen is abundantly available. Now, okay, in universe, but in earth you don't have hydrogen, you have nitrogen, you have oxygen. You can tap hydrogen by renewable electricity, where you can generate hydrogen by using solar panels, by using windmills. You can generate electricity. From that, you have a component called electrolyzer. This is a process. There is a water here. You have two conductors. If you pass current in this, at one part you will be having oxygen and at another part you will be getting hydrogen. If you supply this, you can get hydrogen separately. This is called electrolysis process. H2O. You have hydrogen component, oxygen. What is the advantage of hydrogen energy is, if you send current into the water, you can split hydrogen, you can split oxygen. If I am splitting oxygen, does it harm our environment? No. If you are getting hydrogen, it will not harm the environment. Zero carbon, eco-friendly and zero carbon technology. Hydrogen is a zero carbon technology. After deriving hydrogen, it will be stored separately by these containers. Sir, after storing this, where you can use, you can travel to any place and it can be used as for multiple purpose. So this is the production of hydrogen. Now, next thing, storage and transport can be done by using these modes, and conversion of energy is H2 reacts with oxygen. You can produce electricity plus water. Both the things you can produce. Now, is every hydrogen same? No. Hydrogens are three types. What are they? First one is called grey hydrogen. Sir, what is grey hydrogen is? You are getting natural gas, which I have told. Natural gas, from here you get hydrogen. This process is called grey hydrogen. Grey hydrogen consists of completely methane. Next type hydrogen is there, that is called blue hydrogen. Why What do you mean by blue hydrogen is, they are similar to grey hydrogen, but what they will do is, while production of this hydrogen, some CO2 gases will emit. Those gases will be stored underground or deep inside the earth. Next thing is called green hydrogen. What do you mean by green hydrogen is, you are getting from electrolysis process. What I have told, from water you generate the hydrogen, which is called what process? Electrolysis. From that you are generating some hydrogen, that is called green hydrogen. So there are three types of hydrogen. This is the technology. There they will send the supply of hydrogen here. What will happen? Hydrogen has protons and electrons, isn't it? Every matter has protons and electrons. Protons will travel here and it will reach here. Electrons will be taken at one side, and this is called a fuel cell. Can you see this? Hydrogen is supplied at one side, the electrons are taken, the electrons are separated and taken as electricity. The hydrogens will pass here and they send oxygen at another side. What happens if hydrogen and oxygen meets? It creates water. What is H2O? Hydrogen and oxygen. So it will fall as H2O as water. This process is called what? Fuel cell. It is a machine. What does it generate? Electricity. The same way, fuel cell is also an element which creates electricity. For generator you need diesel. For fuel cell what you need? Hydrogen. If you have hydrogen you can create the electricity. What is the advantage? Sir, why I cannot use normal generator? Why I want to turn to fuel cell? Why I want to move? Fuel cells will look like this. If you use hydrogen energy, you will not get CO2. Instead of that, what you will get? Water. Does it harm the environment? No. Zero emission, zero CO2 emission is called hydrogen. That is why you are studying here. This is called a renewable energy. Earth consists of two elements. One is nitrogen and oxygen. These are the two elements. And in universe, I have told you, hydrogen and helium, which are consisting of nearly 99%. These are the merits of hydrogen, which is called clean fuel. Why they call hydrogen as clean fuel is, during generation of electricity, you don't have any CO2. No gases, only water vapor or water you will get. That is the advantage. Next thing is abundant availability. Do we have abundant water? More water is available in earth. You can extract from water, biomass and natural gas. By this you can extract high energy density. Sir, what is the advantage of hydrogen is, if you have 1 kg of hydrogen, it consists of 3 times more energy than diesel. 3 times more energy than any of petrol or diesel. That means if you buy 1 liter petrol, your mileage is 50 kilometer if it is running. If you run the same vehicle by hydrogen, 150 kilometers. For 1 liter, 150 kilometers mileage you will get. 3 times energy you are getting. So that is why there is a advantage of shifting to hydrogen energy. Versatile use. For what are the purpose you can use is transportation. Any idea? Electrical cars you have, e-vehicles. Do you have hydrogen car? Toyota is launching hydrogen car, commercial purpose. In 2023, Nitin Gadkari has launched hydrogen cars. Highway Minister, Ministry of Highways and Transportation, he is the minister. In 2023, he launched, and it is not for commercial use. Toyota in India, they are going to launch a new hydrogen vehicle. 1 kg of green hydrogen is 320 to 330 rupees. Can you see the disadvantage? What is the 1 liter diesel price? 100 rupees. Nearly 100 rupees. 1 liter petrol price is 100 rupees nearly. Hydrogen price is 320 rupees. So this is the disadvantage. Anyhow, energy storage medium is an advantage here. Decarbonizing of industries. Where you can use this? Decarbonize. We are manufacturing steel. We are manufacturing copper, aluminium, etc. When they manufacture something, do they have to boil by furnace? They have to melt, no? During melting, they are using non-renewable process. So, decarbonizing is When manufacturing steel, cement and fertilizers, if you want to manufacture steel, around 1000 degree centigrade you need. How iron converts into steel is you have to burn. Currently, by what they are burning? They are using coal. Instead of coal, can you use hydrogen? Yes. That is called decarbonizing. All the cement industry, steel industry has to change the process by using hydrogen. That process is called decarbonizing of industry, where they can use, and fertilizer industry also, to manufacture our product. If we are consuming a steel, sir, you are buying vehicle, in the sense for manufacturing your bike, CO2 is emitted in the environment. Can you understand? So industries are changing their process. That is called decarbonizing the industry. For what are the purpose I have highlighted you? A silent and efficient operation. Like e-vehicle, when you are driving two-wheelers or four-wheelers electrically, you will not have any sound, no? It will be very smooth. The same way, hydrogen also is silent and efficient operation in combustion engine. You will not find more sound when you are being operated with hydrogen. There are three things are here. One is internal combustion, battery and fuel cell. Sir, if I input 1 kg of hydrogen, I will get half of the electricity, half will get lost. That is called efficiency. If you are using fuel cell, only 50% electricity. If you are using battery, lithium ion battery you are using, no? If you are supplying 1 kilowatt of power, 0.1% of power will be lost due to capacity of battery. Battery has inefficiency. And internal combustion engine is, if you are supplying diesel, there is some operations working in engine. So those engine are having 80% loss, 20% is only combustion. Fuel cell has more efficiency than the diesel. That is the advantage of hydrogen energy. Support security, future mobility. You can use it for future purpose. Demerits. So far I have discussed the merits. Production cost is so high for generating. Electricity cost is 440 to 480 per kg. Sir, I want to generate 1 kg of hydrogen. 1 kg of hydrogen gives mileage of 3 times. But how much cost should I spend? In the sense, how much cost? 440 to 480 rupees you have to spend for 1 kg of hydrogen. You understand? That is why it is costly. We have to bring it down. As an engineer, we have to invent a technology. We have a future bright scope. No need to pollute the environment. No need to change the ecosystem. But the thing is, we are not having enough technology. We know hydrogen helps the human and ecosystem, but current technology doesn't help well. 440 or 480 rupees per kg is the energy loss in conversion. This is the image where you derive hydrogen is from solar power plant and wind power plant. From here you generate electricity and store in battery. From battery you use it for running the vehicle. This is one process. How you are using e-vehicle? By using the energy generation. How much there is a loss from the power plant to battery? 15% loss is there. From battery to the vehicle, 20% loss. So totally how much percentage? 32 loss. 32% of loss. But when you are using hydrogen energy, electrolysis process have high loss. What is that? 36% is lost. And from that, internal combustion by hydrogen is 60%. So if you take, nearly 74% is lost due to the operation of hydrogen energy. That is the disadvantage. There is more loss. Storage challenges are there. Sir, can we store hydrogen easily? No. Hydrogen can be stored in high pressure containers. Why? In the sense, what is the atomic number of hydrogen? 1. It is very, very light. Atomic number of steel is high. What is the purpose we use atomic number is, if more the atomic number, more will be the weight. Hydrogen is having 1 atomic number. That is why it is very light. If you want to store, you need a high pressure container. Very low energy density per volume. See, minus 253 degrees centigrade you have to store. And next thing is infrastructure gap. Currently, in no country they have full-fledged operation. They have infrastructure gap for pipelines. If you want to use new hydrogen means new pipes has to be installed. Can we install in normal pipe what we are using currently? Not possible, because it has different technology. Refueling stations has to be installed. Storage facilities are there. You cannot supply in petrol bunk. Sir, where to supply the hydrogen? You have to supply from petrol bunks only, no? So lack of that is there. Safety risk. Why? Because it is highly flammable. And grey hydrogen emits more CO2. And last slide. Technological immaturity. Still, this is in early stage. In 2023 only, India has launched Green Hydrogen Mission 2023, where they launched first hydrogen vehicle. Last year only they have started. But hydrogen 2023 only they have started. So we are in early stage. In future, we have to go through this. And transportation cost is very high. You need separate vehicle for this. Hydrogen fuel vehicle cost, what is the cost is 62 lakhs rupees in INR. If you want to buy a car, hydrogen car in the sense, what is the price? 62 lakh rupees. But if you compare the normal car, petrol or diesel, 8 lakh. Starting price of SUV will be 8 lakhs. But if you want hydrogen car means it is 62 lakhs, current technology. Engineers has to invent better technology here. But what will be the mileage? Mileage range will be 320 to 400 kilometer, and you will not get mileage, the same mileage here. For full tank only you will get. That is the disadvantage. And electric vehicle is 21 lakh. Can you see the difference? So this is what the disadvantage. And fuel cells also has a lifespan 5 to 10 years. What is fuel cell? You know, I have told they generate electricity. If you buy a new fuel cell, only 5 years it will long. Then you have to buy new thing. But lithium ion batteries will long for 8 to 15 years, they are saying. So lithium ion batteries are much long span. Fuel cells also has to be improved. So now this will give you a new idea, sir, how the hydrogen vehicle will run, in the sense you will be having a fuel tank. From there they supply hydrogen. This hydrogen will be stored here. From the hydrogen in the car, they will provide a fuel cell. Fuel cell rack will be there. They will be providing here. The hydrogen will supply here. They generate electricity. This electricity will be stored in batteries, and from batteries the car can run. Can you understand this concept? This is fuel cell concept of the car. Which country has more hydrogen in the sense? China. 1% of low emission hydrogen is currently available in Earth. 2.5 times increase. Graph. This graph is available here. Currently we are not using any hydrogen for generating or manufacturing. We are only using natural gas, coal, nuclear power plant, etc. This process has to start and initiate. Now, can you see this graph here? From 2019 to 2024, are we using hydrogen energy? This is a hydrogen used by sector. What sectors are using hydrogen energy? Blue color is what sector? Industry. The hydrogen is only being used by industry. What is the light or ash color is refining, oil refineries. Currently these two industries are using the hydrogen. Now in 2030 only the vehicle is going to get launched. Hydrogen vehicle commercially they are going to get launched. After that the hydrogen transport vehicle will come. Synthetic fuels. What do you mean by synthetic fuels is, currently you are having CNG, isn't it? That CNG will be mixed with hydrogen. Now less CO2 will get released. So that is one of the advantage. They will be using synthetic fuels, power, etc. Now China dominates the electrolyzer. What is electrolyzer? Generating of hydrogen from the electricity. Currently they have 5 million tons per year. By 2030 they are wanting to increase to 125 gigawatts. Now this is the global scenario. Currently 5 million metric tons of
greenhouse. What is GH2 is green hydrogen. GH2 is green hydrogen. At least of capacity they are going to build 60 to 100 gigawatt electrolyzer capacity. What is the China's capacity? 125 gigawatt. But India is trying to get 60 to 100 gigawatt of electrolyzer capacity. They are interested. So this is the Green India mission, which I have told you when it is started. Green hydrogen mission of India started at 2023. They have a target of getting hydrogen 5 million tons of capacity by 2030. This is the target of India. Now other countries, currently all the countries are wanting to increase. When we are coming to application, for what are the purpose we can use? Sir, if I have hydrogen, imagine you have 1 kg of hydrogen. Does anybody is going to get from you? Nobody will come and get. Why? Because you don't have applications. In future, you might get applications for home, office and grid supply, and they can be a backup for power system. What do you mean by that is power plant. Imagine you are having a windmill. That windmill is generating electricity. You have a battery. What will happen if your battery is completely filled? The windmill is keep on rotating. All the energies will be lost. You have to increase your battery. So that what you can do is, instead of increasing battery, you can provide electrolyzer. That means all the wind energy will be converted to hydrogen and you can store. Imagine if you are storing in battery. I hope everyone is having vehicle. You put your vehicle off, switch off for 6 months. You cannot start your vehicle. Why? Battery will completely drain. After battery draining, you cannot start. If you leave the battery automatically, it is a chemical process, it will automatically happen. So, if you store in hydrogen, you can keep it for unlimited years. That is why you can back up of hydrogen, you can use it for battery. So, before battery and electricity, the hydrogen can supply. Transportation. All the car, bus, train, etc. can be run by hydrogen. That is one of the advantage or applications by using fuel cell. Now, I have told you, this is the car model is going to get launched. This Toyota Mirai is going to launch. Ex-showroom price will be 60 lakh of rupees. What is the advantage of this is, if you put 1 kg of hydrogen in this vehicle, what will be the mileage? 125 kilometer you will get. Currently, do you have any car giving 125 kilometer of mileage? Not at all possible. Toyota Mirai will give this mileage with zero CO2. Generally, 18 to 24 will be the car mileage, and you will get 125 kilometer as the mileage when you are getting this kind of vehicle. Now, industries can use for steel, cement and glass manufacturing. They can use for boilers and heating purposes. Next thing is, I have told you already, all the windmills can store the hydrogen in form of gas. You can use residential and commercial heating purposes. That is called combined heating power. This is a machine which is available. What is the purpose of this machine is, this machine name is combined heat and power. What does this equipment do is, if you input hydrogen at one side, it generates heat, 50% heat and 50% electricity. Imagine if you are running an industry, you have this machine, 50% it creates heat. That heat can be used for all heating of water, steam, etc. for all the purpose. Rest of the 50% it will generate as electricity and it can supply. Like this, you can make all the industries to run by decarbonizing technique. Currently, drones are being used for flying purposes. Have you seen drones are used for underwater marine purposes? Have you seen? Drones can be used, or currently drones are used for marine purposes also. If you want to travel in marine, currently you have ships, boats, but Australia today they have launched drones. What drone? Marine drones, portable device, drones, telecommunication for etc. For military purpose also you can use. And from green hydrogen you can manufacture ammonia. This is a raw material. You can manufacture ammonia, methanol, etc. And space exploration. What is the only byproduct when hydrogen is used as a fuel? Water. You get only water. Next thing. Which type of hydrogen is produced when renewable energy source like wind and solar? Three types hydrogen I told. You get green hydrogen. Next one. India's National Green Mission aims to produce how much hydrogen annually by 2030? 5 million tons. Which country is currently the largest producer and consumer of hydrogen is China. The energy density of hydrogen compared to gasoline is how much times? 3 times they are higher. Yes. Which of the following sector can use hydrogen as clean alternative fuel? If any industry can use. Next thing. In fuel cells, hydrogen reacts with which element to produce electricity? It needs oxygen. Hydrogen plus oxygen will become water. It needs oxygen. Next thing. Which process is commonly used to produce green hydrogen? Electrolysis. Yes, of water. Next one. Which property makes hydrogen suitable for use in fuel cells for vehicles? Silent operation and zero tailpipe emission. That is why we are going. Why is hydrogen considered as a good option for renewable energy storage? It can store excess electricity and release it later. Yes. Why hydrogen is difficult to store? It requires high pressure or very low temperature. You cannot store in natural place. Even your refrigerator has minus 40 degree. Below that you cannot go. But hydrogen needs how many degrees centigrade? 253 degrees centigrade it's required. Very low temperature only you can store it. If you are not storing, what it will happen? It will leak. Due to temperature difference, it will automatically leak. Since it is a very lightweight. Yes. What was the global hydrogen production volume till 2023? 97 million tons of hydrogen available till now. The installed electrolyzer capacity by the end was closest to, till now we have 1.4 gigawatt only of electrolyzer. Next thing, what is one of the main safety risk of hydrogen? Invisible. It is invisible, you cannot see and it can easily leak. Why is hydrogen production through electrolysis considered costly? Requires large amount of electricity. Now, hydrogen is used as rocket fuel in combination with which oxidizer? Oxygen is required. Hydrogen always require oxygen in order to use as the fuel. Next thing, one of the most important future application of hydrogen in shipping industry is ammonia and hydrogen based